This is the Flydigi Vader 5S. It comes in this box right here, and it's going to work for the Xbox Series, the Xbox One, and Windows. This is a wired controller. I say it's about 10 feet. Here's the controller itself. It's very similar to the official Xbox controller, but it's got some extra features. 2 extra buttons here, 2 extra shoulder buttons, and we have 2 back buttons in the back. And you also get a tension ring as well. Look at this. So you twist this guy. So right now I'm at minimum. Very light. And when you turn it to the max, very heavy. Let me tell you, the tension ring is the best idea to come to controllers in a long time. I really feel like every controller should include this. In terms of build quality, this is very well built. No flex whatsoever. Super solid. Alright, let's talk about the face buttons. You have 4 regular buttons here, and then 2 extra ones down here. These extra buttons down here remind me of the controller S on the original Xbox. You know the black and white buttons? They're down here. They use micro mice switches. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of these switches. I understand that they're fast. They're just not tactile to me. But it seems like every single controller nowadays uses these switches. So it is what it is. If you're thinking about using these extra buttons in like a Street Fighter game or something, I hate to tell you, but they're not very useful for that. And the reason being is because they're so out of the way, you know. Typically you would hold a controller like this, right? And in order for you to reach one of these buttons, you gotta turn your hand pretty far. Look at that. These are not very reachable at all. Who knows, maybe one day Flydigi will make a proper 6-button fight pad. That'll be amazing. Shoulder buttons are nice and big. The tension on the triggers feels pretty good, not too light and not too stiff. You can also lock them as well. And you also have the 2 extra shoulder buttons here, and that helps me do Jamie's instant dive kick really easily. Look at that. On the back, you have 2 back buttons. These are nice and clicky. However, they're a little bit high up. I kind of wish that these are a little bit lower. And if you compare this to the Vader 5 Pro for the PC, you can see that on the Pro, you have 4 back buttons with 2 of them being swappable. So essentially with the 5S, you just don't have the paddles here. That's why these buttons are kind of high up. Alright, let's get to the D-pad. This is a diamond-shaped D-pad, and you have a cross-shaped imprint on top of it. I've tested a lot of D-pads, and I've seen a lot of shapes. Diamond shapes are the best for fighting games, bar none. For cardinal directions, you can really feel your way around. If I want to do down, there you go. You just put your thumb at the corner, right? Or any straight directions, really. Now for diagonals, all you gotta do is just put your thumb on the edge in between. Super easy. Now let's do a quick pivot test. Let's see if this guy has a pivot. Okay, there we go. Pivot test is successful. I don't know what it is, but some controllers don't have pivots. And I don't understand it. Do they save money on not putting a pivot there? Like, is there a design choice for it? Like, what is it? I know, I just sound really angry, right? Well, I'm just glad that this guy has a pivot. And also, as you can see here, this is a floating D-pad. What this means is motion input is going to be a breeze.
Come on, it's time to train.
On most D-pads, Jamie's instant dive kick is very difficult to do, but with this controller, I can do it very easily. I actually do not have to use the extra buttons to help me, and that tells you how accurate motion inputs and cardinal directions can be on this D-pad. I'm not a Tekken player usually, but let's test out the electric wind guard fist. There you go. Very easy to do. Look at that. So like I said, I'm not a Tekken player, so don't ask me to test out the perfect version of this, okay? I'm not going to be able to do it. So there you have it. This D-pad is awesome. This is one of the best D-pads I've tested since this guy right here. And this is also a floating D-pad as well. Now if you're asking me which one's better, this one's got a diamond shape and this is a circular shape. So it really depends on what you prefer. So as you can see, this is an amazing controller for fighting games. I do have to mention a couple of quirks that I have experienced while testing this controller. So for one, I cannot turn it off. The only way to turn it off is to unplug it. Most controllers, you can just press and hold the guide button and hold it for a certain amount of seconds and the controller will turn off. Now the other thing, and this is probably going to be rare, is every time I restart my computer with this guy plugged in, when I go ahead and try to turn it on, it doesn't turn on. I have to unplug it, plug it back in, and then it'll work. So I'm not sure if it's just my unit, but it's nothing that a firmware update cannot fix. To update the firmware or to adjust your profiles, you can download this app right here. It's called the Flydigi Space Station for Xbox. You can have up to 4 profiles. You can map the buttons here. Unfortunately, you can only do one button at a time. What that means is you cannot map diagonals onto it. You have joystick sensitivity settings here. Oh, and the polling rate too. At least for the sticks, the polling rate can go up to 500 Hertz. Yeah, let's turn it up. It's got rumble as well. Oh, look, you can turn on vibration light effect. Nah, that would be annoying. I'm gonna keep it off. You can also pick the lighting effects on this bar here. Alright, final thoughts. This is just an amazing controller for fighting games. D-pad's amazing, one of the best. And the tension ring here should be mandatory on all controllers moving forward. So if you own an Xbox or a PC, you're looking for a good controller for fighting games, this is it. Alright, that's going to be it for me. Hopefully you found the video to be helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and take care now.